Atoms achieve lower energy or a stable state when they form bonds in a chemical reaction. And they typically achieve this by having a stable outer shell of 8 valence electrons. And using the Pauling scale with the electronegativity was calculated based on a bond energy. And the electronegativity increases and decreases as we move in the following directions of the periodic table. So we can classify the different types of bonds based on a difference in electronegativity of the different species. So ionic bonds involve a transfer of electrons. So for example, with sodium chloride, where sodium has 1 valence electron and chlorine, being a halogen, has 7 valence electrons, 1 electron from sodium gets transferred to chlorine. So you end up with an ionic bond between the sodium cations and the chlorine anions. So the difference in electronegativity of these elements is greater than 2. And ionic bonds involve a metal and a non-metal. Now covalent bonds, on the other hand, involve sharing of electrons. And these can be polar. So for example, with hydroxide, where the difference in electronegativity is between 0.5 and 2. So the electrons in this bond spend more time around the oxygen than the hydrogen, because oxygen is more electronegative, and where the difference in electronegativity is greater than 1.7, the bond has ionic character. Now nonpolar covalent bonds occur between atoms with a similar electronegativity. So for example, carbon-hydrogen bonds. So the difference in electronegativity is less than 0.5. And the electrons in that bond are equally shared. Now metallic bonds involve electrons that are free to move around, or they're delocalized. So for example, if you have a metal lithium bar, you get the lithium atoms being ionized, leaving the core, and the electrons are basically free to move around. As we saw, polar covalent bonds involve electrons in the bond being unequally shared between the atoms, because the atoms have a difference in electronegativity between 0.5 and 2. And where this difference is greater than 1.7, the bonds have ionic character. So because the electrons in the bond are not equally shared, they spend more time around the oxygen, in this case, and create a region of negative charge, and leave a region of positive charge around the hydrogen. Now a dipole moment is a vector drawn from a negative to a positive charge, and it has the magnitude of the charge by the distance between them. Then in chemistry we draw the dipole moment from the positive dipole to the negative dipole. And this signifies that the covalent bond is polar. So polar covalent bonds can also occur between a metal and non-metal, such as beryllium and chlorine in beryllium chloride. So as we can see, the difference in electronegativity is less than 2. So we need to examine the properties of the compound and the electronegativity together to determine if the bond is covalent or ionic.